So today's video is a dupes video, and this is the look that we created. So if you want to see how we got today's look, then stay tuned. And as always, everything is linked in the description box below, and all of my socials are there as well. I go live Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. on TikTok, and I'd love to have you there, as well as I'd love to have you here. So please hit that subscribe button, and if you just want to see, how I achieved this look and what products I used to dupe what products, and get right on into it. And to start things off, we're going to go in with primer. So I think just for continuity, I'm going to keep high end on this side, and we're going to keep drugstore on this side. So to start, we have the battle of the century. You've seen it. We have the e.l.f. Power Grip versus the Milk Hydro Grip. Now, I have already tested this, and so I really already know my thoughts on is this a dupe or not. But if we're doing a full face of dupes, this is really the only similar primer that I have, and I am decluttering this primer. It is going to a friend, so I figure it is leaving my collection. Now is the last time that I'll be using it. Really gonna gather my thoughts on, am I going to declutter this for sure? Because if not, now's the last time, because if not, it's leaving my collection Monday. So, and we're gonna give this a few good moments to work into the skin. I really like the Milk Hydro Grip. I like how it feels on the skin. I'm really gonna try my best to keep these half and half. And I'm almost done with this, if you guys can see, and I'm excited. I would absolutely buy the full size of this, so that might be in my future. And what I have found from these primers, the reason why I was going to declutter this is after I've done my entire face, I've powdered, all of my makeup is on, and I'm ready to leave, I can still feel the tackiness of this e.l.f. primer through all the layers of my makeup. Whereas like with the Milk Hydro Grip, I can't feel it once I've put all of my makeup on top of it. And I don't want to feel the tackiness through all my makeup. I just don't. That is not how I prefer my makeup. So, we'll see. For foundation, we will be duping the Shiseido. This is the Synchro Skin Radiant Lifting Foundation, and I have mine in the shade 130 Opal, and my dupe for that is going to be the Nyx Born To Glow Foundation. This is also a radiant foundation, and I have the shade Porcelain. So again, we'll be starting with the drugstore side, and I really like this Nyx foundation. My only critique about it is the packaging, and that's just because it is just a squeezy tube, and it's messy, but that's more user error on my part than anything else. And I'm not the first person who said that this was a dupe. I got this idea. Jessica Braun here on YouTube, I will leave her channel linked in my description box. She had said that this foundation was a dupe for the Shiseido, and I tried it, and she was completely right, in my opinion. So, again, I will leave her channel linked. So if you want, if you're into drugstore content and you want to find more dupes, I would definitely give her videos a watch, because that is where I found this dupe. And we'll just bring it down a little. I really hope that Nyx is not discontinuing this line because I really like the Born to Glow line, but when I go on their website, it's like, it's gone. Especially since, like, this is, in my opinion, a dupe for the Shiseido, which is one of my favorite foundations. I'm gonna be really upset if they're discontinuing this. Alright. So, that is what that half is looking like. And again, for this side, we're going to use the Shiseido. Which I also really like this foundation. I think shade-wise, they're pretty good matches for me. The NYX one I bought at my Walmart on clearance, so it was the shade that they had. But I feel like Porcelain actually works pretty well. And then the Shiseido one was sent to me by Influencer like a year ago. And I was so excited. It's like the only foundation that they've ever sent me. And for it to have been a full-size foundation, that was super cool. I'm going to go ahead and get up close with you guys in just a second here. Alright. So, I do think that the Shiseido is just slightly a little more radiant. Touch, I think they're both just as, like, sticky. But, let me see, in my mirror... Yeah, the only difference I see is I think the Shiseido side is just a touch more radiant, but I'm oily, so we're gonna powder, so we'll see if that really translates by the end. I don't know how much of a dupe the concealer is going to be that I picked, but we'll see. So I have the NYX Born to Glow that I'm gonna use on the NYX side, which I have this in the shade Light Ivory. And I really like this concealer. I just don't like the packaging. And then it's a dupe for something glowy. I'm going to go in. I have the Tarte Glow Wand in the shade Aglow. It's the only other, like, glowy concealer that I have. So, we are going to go ahead and give this a try. They're definitely not shade dupes by any means. But we're going to see if, they can do similar things. So I'm going to blend out, to the best of my ability, just the NYX side that I did. So there's that blended. And now we are going to blend out the Tarte side. Honestly, you guys, I don't see much of a difference. I think the NYX gave us just a tiny bit more brightness, and that's just because of the shade difference. But I don't see a lot of difference. That was the dupe that I wasn't really prepared for, but they were two glowy concealers that I have in my collection that I was like, we'll use them, we'll try them. All right. I didn't get out any brushes. I did not come prepared. One momento. Where is my purple brush set? Not that. This guy and this guy. Yeah, that should do. Okay, I am just going to powder the parts of my face that I am not putting cream products on. And I'm just using one powder for my full face today. And it is the V Cosmetics powder. And I have that in the shade NO2 Cool Neutral. And it's not a bad powder. It's messy. That is my one complaint. The sifter that it came with, the holes on the sifter were too big, so it came out with too much product. So I took the sifter off of it, thinking that would help, and it did not. So for cream products, for cream bronzer, on the drugstore side, we have the Uoma by Sharon C line, and this is a cream to powder bronzer. This is their Flawless IRL bronzer, and this is in the shade Shady. And then for the more expensive side, we have the nudestix bronzer, and this is in the shade Bondai Bay. So I'm going to start with the Uoma side. Ooh, I'm throwing things. And I'm just going to really get my finger in there. I'm just going to take my sponge, maybe? Will my sponge pick up product? Let me see here. Oh, yeah. I really like this shade. It's a little more warm toned than my Fenty bronzer stick that I have. But I think that looks nice. Let me see. Yeah, we got it on there. That looks nice. So then for the nudestix side, I'm just going to draw it on here. Just like I would my Fenty bronzer. And let's go ahead Very similar tone to the Uoma bronzer. Blends out very nice. Blends out just like the Fenty bronzer. Because some stick bronzers are super hard to blend out. What do you guys think? I think these are dupes, like especially shade-wise. I really like this. So we have nudestix, and we have the uoma. Ah, my sponge. So now I'm not doing cream blush or highlights, so I'm just going to powder my cheeks real fast. Okay. And like I said, see, like that V Cosmetics powder gets literally everywhere. I'm just gonna take a makeup wipe and wipe it up. And for that reason, like, as much as I enjoy this powder, I don't think I would buy it. I got it in an Ipsy, so, like, I did not pay full price for this. I don't even remember how much it costs, but I don't think I would go out of my way to purchase this just because of how messy it is. So now, for blush. We have, well, for bronzer, let's do, because I'm not duping any bronzer today. I'm just going to go ahead and, do I have a powder bronzer I could do? Let's see, because I have this bronzer here. These shade Dupes. No. So I'm just going to bronze both sides of my face really fast. I'm going to do that off camera. I'm also going to go ahead and do my brows, and then we will come back for blush. Alright, and now for blush, we are going to be doing, on this side, we're going to be using the e.l.f. blush palette, and I have mine in the shade Light. So this is what this looks like, and I think I don't know what shades I'm going to use yet. I might mix a few, and then on the more expensive side, we're going to use, this is from the Beauty Crop, and this is the Coco Rose blush palette. So this is what they look like side by side, very similar. I think we're gonna use the nude shade. So the e.l.f. ones don't have shade names, so again, this whole palette is just the shade Light, but I'm gonna go into this nude shade here, and then from the Coco Rose palette, this is the shade Paradise right here. So we'll do the e.l.f. side first. It's like a nude apricot type shade. And now I've used these palettes side by side as a dupe in one other video over on my TikTok, but I was duping the like light pink shade, no, the dark pink, the like rose shades, and I felt like they really were dupes for each other. My whole thing was that the e.l.f. shades really take a lot of building, whereas the Beauty Crop shades are very pigmented right off the bat. So my whole thing with that is, if you're new to makeup, the e.l.f. palette would probably be a lot easier to use. If you want to go in with a lighter hand, like if you're someone that's new to blush, because like the shades and tones are extremely similar. So what do we think? We have e.l.f. and we have the Beauty Crop. For highlight, on the expensive side, I'm going to go into the Natasha Denona. This is the Love Cheek Duo. We're going to go into this highlight, which is a pink to gold duochrome. It's the Pink Champagne Duochrome highlight. And I'm just going to take that on a finger, and we're going to try to do half on my nose. And then highlight the cheek. And then on my left side, I am going to go into the Makeup Revolution and Simpsons Treehouse of Horror palette. And this highlight is Cursed, and it's also a pink to gold duochrome. And so I'm just going to try to take that on the other side of my nose. And so we have e.l.f., Makeup Revolution, Natasha Denona. So for me, I don't know why I'm trying to look into the super small mirror. Looking on my side, the Natasha Denona has a slight more gold undertone, whereas this one's more of like an icy white. But like they have the same shift. Like they're giving me the same energy. Like, you would have to look closely at my face to be like, oh, those are different products. Like, my face is giving the same energy. In my opinion. I have eye primers to try. And then we have an eyeshadow palette as well. So, but first, we have setting spray. So, for the affordable side, we're going to use the Milani Gold Shimmer Spray. And then for this is how we're going to do this. I am just going to do this. And then for the expensive side, let me get it all shaken up. We have the Morphe and Madison Beer Luminous setting spray. This is Lockdown Luminous. Both have gold shimmer to them. Both are luminous. Got my mirror all wet. And the top here covered in makeup. But you know, that's fine. I have a little more luminosity on the Milani side with the spray for right now. So, we will see. But for eye primers, on the expensive side, we're going to do the Urban Decay Primer Potion. I have the original. And then on the drugstore side, I have the NYX Ultimate Base in the shade Light. And then for eyeshadows, for the inexpensive side, we have the Makeup Revolution Forever Flawless Enchanted palette. And for the expensive side, we have the ABH Subculture palette. I don't know what look I'm going for yet, but this is the color story that we're working with. Fall vibes. So, gonna just do one eye at a time. We'll just do the high end side first. So I'm gonna go in with the primer potion on this eye. And then let's see. What shades do I want to use? So I'm first gonna just set my lid with the shade Dawn, which is this shade right here. I'm just kind of setting under the brow bone and in my crease there. I'm gonna take I think I want to use the greens. So I'm going to take the shade Untamed, this dark green here, and I'm just going to place that on my outer corner. Now, see, I don't know the whole backstory on the beef of this palette. I got this from TJ Maxx 2 months ago, and I think I've done maybe one look with it. And I love the color story of this. I want more ABH palettes. And then I'm just going to blend that out with the shade Destiny, this green right here. And then, what do I want to do? What do I want to blend the greens into? Because I need one more matte shade. And just a little bit more of that Untamed. Just to bring back some of that depth. I'm going to take a little bit of Destiny on my lower lash line. And then I think I'm going to take the shade Edge, this grungy yellow here, and blend that in to the inner corner. So I'm going to just start at my inner corner right here. And I'm just going to blend and meet that green. because that yellow, it's a grungy yellow, so it's got like a green undertone to it. So that'll look nice. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of that shade on the lower lash line. So that's what we're looking like. And then for shimmers, I think I'm going to go with the shade Electric right here for the lid. And that's what we're looking like. So that's the eye. So I'm just going to leave that open. I'm going to color switch my brushes really fast. And then we're going to try to dip into the same color shades in the Makeup Revolution palette. But first, we're going to start with, so this is the NYX Ultimate Primer. Again, I got this in the shade Light. So this also has a doe foot applicator. Okay. Consistency-wise, they feel very similar. It has a smaller applicator, so I feel like I have to dip in more times than the Urban Decay. But they look the same. They go on very similarly. Okay. So, let's see. So I'm going to start with the shade Vine right here on my outer corner. Whew. Okay, so off the bat, this is more pigmented than the AB8 shade was. And, oh, I meant to set my crease. So I'm going to set my crease with the shade Elm right here. I can still do that really quick. I'll set my crease. And then I'm going to use the shade, See, I used a light green to blend that out. And the light green in this shade is a shimmer. So, we're going to try it. So, I'm going to go into the shade Hazel right here. Yeah, this hazel. Yeah, I'm going to go into the shade Hazel. And we're going to see how this works. And again, I'm also going to just take that hazel shade on my lower lash line. We're going to go back in and add just a touch more of the shade Vine. I mean, I think it still looks cute. It's just not giving. And now, let's see. We have a grungy yellow. We don't have a grungy yellow in this palette. So I'm going to blend it out with... I'm going to blend it out with this brown here, Grim. Ooh, this palette is so pigmented. And then I'm also going to just bring that on the lower lash line. Okay, and then for shimmers, let's see. I'm going to go into the shade Illusion right here. So Illusion is not giving. And then for inner corner in both, I want to go into, so from A Beach, the shade is Cube I want to go into the inner corner with. Oh, that's so pretty. It's got that pink reflect. And then from Makeup Revolution, we're going to go into the shade Frost, which also has that, like, pinky. So Makeup Revolution's mattes had more pigment, but the shimmers are more like a topper. So for the eye look, we did get very similar looks, but they're definitely not the same. Eye primers, those performed exactly the same. So if you're balling on a budget, I would just go for that NYX. It's the Ultimate Eye Primer, and it comes in 3 or 4 shades. Light, medium, it might come in tan and deep. I know for sure it comes in light, medium, and deep. It might also come in tan. I, again, got mine in the shade light. I just have one mascara, so I'm gonna go off camera. I'm gonna curl my lashes really quick, throw mascara on. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw my Milani Gold Shimmer Lip Gloss because I don't have, well, here, real quick, actually, I do. Let's try, where is it? Because I have a Morphe Gold Lip Gloss. This is the Morphe X Jeffree Star lip gloss in the shade Slurp against the Milani Diamond Shimmer Lip Gloss in the shade Gold. And then off camera, I'll just put lashes. I'll just do my mascara. So I'm going to dip in twice for the Morphe. Okay, so there's the Morphe side. And then for Milani, I'm just going to have to dip in the once because Milani's got the chonky applicator. So the Morphe side has more shine because it has more of like a base. The Milani side has more of a grit to it, like you can feel the shimmer a little bit more. But they both feel like the same level of sticky, which isn't very sticky. But like, up close, they look very similar. They're very much both just gold gloss. So I am going to real quick, we'll do my lashes. I'm going to do one more coat. I will split my sprays down the middle. I'm going to do my lashes real quick, and we will, up close look. All right, guys. So, up close and personal. What do we think? So besides this shimmer on the eye looking just a little bit brighter, honestly, from far away, you can't tell me that it doesn't look like the same look. We saved a whole bunch of money. Like, I'd have to tally it up, but if you ballin' on a budget, these products will be listed in the description box, as always. So, everything that I wore today will be in the description box. So, if you liked today's look, like if you like how this turned out, if you have easier access to these cheaper brands, if you would prefer to support these cheaper brands, you can still achieve the look of these high-end items. You do not have to spend that type of money. Like, I'm very happy to have these items, but I'm always balling on a budget too. Like, when I buy these high-end items, I either get them at TJ Maxx, or I get them with my points, or I get them for a special occasion, like my birthday's in a week and a half. So I went to Ulta, which is why I got those nudestix things, because I went to Ulta and got my birthday gift. So, but let me know what you guys think. I would love to hear your opinions on, like, do you think these look similar? Are these dupes? Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, if you're into makeup, subscription bags, unboxings, and a little bit of horror sprinkled in, I would love to have you, and I will see you guys